Shane Kirkwood from Fightstore Media, sitting alongside Philip Sutcliffe Jr. Philip is a 9-0 professional boxer fighting at a Crumlin boxing gym, finishing 6 of those fights inside the distance. Philip was due to fight last week, but due to unforeseen circumstances, that fight was pulled. So Philip, first and foremost, how are you?
Well, recovering after last week, but good, Shane, everything's grand.
How disappointing was that to obviously have a fight arranged, go through the entire camp and...
So yeah, that's it, and that's another thing we went through. Just 5.5 weeks of camp, we weren't long off of fighting anyway. We fought in December, in mid-December, so it wasn't too bad. We had no conditioning for the fight, we just worked on different things, because we knew this guy has a great record, and what we were looking to do was have more rounds, but we weren't getting the rounds on the show, but like we had our tactics ready, and the 5.5 weeks were tough, but very disappointing after what happened.
So you had peaked physically and you're ready to go, so where do you go from here? Do you kick on or do you enjoy it?
So I'm at taking a step back now, Shane. I'm just going to just take over at the minute, but I'll be ready if Pat McGee is my manager, as you know, but if he gives me the phone call to go ahead, I'll be ready like within 3 weeks or even a week of training.
Any idea of when you would like to go again? Or?
Yeah, well, we're looking at April and anyway, so that's a long way off for me, considering after the camp I'm after being through, so I'm just going to take over and keep the body right and the head right.
Yeah, it's not too far away that. Now Phil, you were the highly touted amateur. You were doing some really good things at amateur, and obviously one of the things that carried through was your power at amateur level. You were stopping people at amateur. Do you feel like you accomplished all you wanted to at amateur? Or?
No, Shane, my biggest competition was the World Championships, and to me, in every competition I went away that I medalled, and I've always said I'm going to medal every competition I went away, but unfortunately my last day in the training camp in France, I destroyed the joint in my hand from wear and tear, and that basically stopped the lights to that big World Championship on my belt. So I had an injection in the day before, the day of the fight, the whole lot. I still fought in the World Championships, but obviously couldn't make the hand in the glove. And
that hand injury has bothered you throughout your career, hasn't it? And
yeah, well, since 2009, after I won the seniors and had all the competitions, and then I had the World Championships, and then since the World Championships, that hand injury has destroyed my amateur career.
But obviously you're pro now, and you know you're pretty decent record. Like
yeah, we took a year off. We had an operation done on the hand, and everything's great on the hand, and things couldn't be better with my hands now at the minute, so we're just looking to get going now.
And transitioning from amateur to professional, does anything change? Does the training change, or is it all just the same?
Yeah, basically like when you're down the Irish team, or you're training alongside everyone in the club, you're basically on the same regime and the same high and the same low and the whole lot. But basically you're on your own when you turn professional. Like obviously my dad has been me coach. That's made it a little bit easier, but like when you've 20 lads poking you and kicking you and slapping you in the back of the head or pushing the bag at you, it's great crack, you know, and it makes training a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But when you have to push yourself physically and mentally, obviously just turns you into a man, innit? Yeah. Sort of boys from the men, you know. But obviously from the years of being brought up through boxing, it hasn't been that bad of a transition, you know.
Speaking a little bit about your relationship with your dad, obviously he was a boxer himself, and how was it growing up in a family full of boxers like that?
Yeah, well, my uncles and my dad obviously used to get bashed going into me nannies and picked up by my ears and digs in the arms, and never
so
done me.
You had to learn to fight before you even boxed.
I never done me any harm, and anyway, but growing up obviously in Dublin as well as obviously you know yourself, but yeah, basically through my father and all the Crumlin Boxing Club, like I've been there since I'm a baby, so basically it's been in the blood and in me since I'm a child. So.
And of course having your father there, being your trainer and your coach all the time, like,
yeah,
well, nothing better than that.
I'd liking to go to the Olympics and get a big medal like himself, like even made the Olympic team, like to go away, and obviously I don't look at not medaling when I go away to any competition, so in my mind every competition I go away to I medal. Same thing when I fight now, every competition every fight I enter, I fight to win, like I train to win. It wouldn't be in the back of my head, well, what if never works out like that, all because of my dad.
Yeah. Well, if your amateur career, obviously, as you said, was a bit hindered by an injury, what do you want to accomplish as a pro? Like let's just say, without looking too far into the future, by the end of this year, by the end of 2016.
At the end of this year, I hope to be fighting. I will be fighting for a world title. At the end of, hopefully, December, I will be fighting for world titles.
And how do you see that going?
Obviously winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, because every camp I go into, I don't train just for the fight. I train to who I'm fighting, what I'm up against. And if you're up against yourself, that's the hardest person you're going to fight, you know.
And on the European scene, like, you know, what do you think of the champion?
Well, the show was over. I was over watching the European title fight, the EBU title fight between Lenny Dawes and the Spanish NATO. I can't think of his full name, but the Spanish guy. Now it was 10 rounds of hell for leather in the ring. Now, but
it stopped by a cut, wasn't it?
It got messy. Like there was heads and elbows and kind of through exhaustion, I'd say. More or less, he fell into him. But I thought it was a headbutt. To be honest, he hit his head.
And the referee saw it that way as well.
Well, the course, because everyone's like, if you're watching a fight, you know yourself when you're watching someone that you want to fight or that's in your way, you're gonna watch closely than others. You know that way, so you can see what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. So he used his head a lot, like so. But I beat the two of them hands down.
You've no problem. You don't see any problems there.
I wouldn't see any problem. Not even the pace he set. I'd still beat the two of them. I'd set my own pace and beat both of them easier than they'd beat each other.
I like that. Confident. So your next fight, you're hoping to be up around April time.
Yeah, April time. Yeah, we're looking probably for 8 to 10 rounds or maybe some sort of title fight. Whether it happens is another thing because the way people dodge each other and the whole lot. But we're looking to get on some big shows now soon.
Do you find that an issue? Because obviously you've been building up your level of opponent, and obviously everybody knows about you. Everybody on the European scene knows about you now, and it won't be long before the world scene knows about you.
That's it.
But you carry your power, and nobody else really has the power you carry or possess.
Well, there's a lot. It's Shane. Anyone punches when you get into professional. You have, in amateur level you have 10-ounce gloves, but when you're in the professional, it's 8-ounce gloves. So anyone punches with 8-ounce gloves. Obviously, if someone can correctly technique throw proper shots, it's gonna hurt more, or land cleaner shots, it's gonna hurt. But obviously, through power and build up. Like I'm not the tallest lad in the world or the biggest lad in my weight, but obviously I do work hard, and there's a lot of people afraid of that.
Well, obviously, Phil, as a pro, you do rely on help from everybody and a lot of people. So, is there anybody out there you want to thank, or any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course. Like I've been recently sponsored by the Herbert and Leisure Gym, and I've been sponsored by Roof and Stop Go, and our very own Fightstore Pro here. They're gonna get on board now, and hopefully looking to come on and start helping my training, making my life a little bit easier. And my training camps go a little bit smoother. So if I need anything, I can go to any of them and say, look, I need this, I need that. And that just makes life easier. And obviously my manager, Pat McGee, my father, my family, the girlfriend who knows the story, that not to come near me the week before the fight because you're dropping weight. But obviously everyone helps out in your family, you know.
Yeah.
And you can always go to someone to talk to. And obviously family counts, you know.
Absolutely. And obviously your family, being a boxing family, have that awareness, so...
Yeah, well, they know the crack, you know, they know how, when to say hello and when to say no, you know, that way, like,
Absolutely.
And obviously the week of the fight is always tension week, you know, the build-up.
Yeah, well, Phil, us at Fightstore Pro are absolutely really excited for your career and really excited to have you on board here, so thank you very much and we wish you all the best.
Thanks very much.